Good evening and welcome to yet another episode of Heart to Heart with Preeti. If you have been following Heart to Heart with Preeti, I am sure you are aware. This talk show on Instagram helps and celebrates those women who are helping others transform. And in this series of inviting super powerful women, our special guest for today is a special one when it comes to tarot card reading. Join in me as I welcome Harpreet Kaur. And if you are a woman who's wanting to kickstart her digital entrepreneurship, that too from the comfort of your homes, then stay till the end. And you can also park your questions towards the end. We'll have our guest to answer your questions related to tarot cards. And join in me as I welcome our guest for today evening, Harpreet Kaur. Let me check if our guest is available. Harpreet, if you can see me and hear me. Hey,
Yes,
super
hi.
evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello, hello. How are you? So good to see you.
Same here, same here. How have you been, Harpreet?
Great. How about you?
Awesome, fantastic. I'm so glad, since a long time, I mean, we had women from various spheres, and I was just randomly wondering, tarot is something which is not there on my episode so far. And then I was like, yes, let me have Harpreet on my show today. So most welcome and thanks. Thanks for taking out time and joining us live. Welcome, life coach Manisha. Welcome, Sanjana underscore Chilani. Welcome, viewers. Welcome and park your questions with regards to tarot. We have Harpreet Kaur, India's leading tarot card, who has also been awarded by none other than Anupam Kher. She is on a mission of transforming many women live life independently. Park your questions for a guest. We'll be answering your questions towards the end. So, Harpreet, welcome to the show, and let us know what is this tarot all about. I mean, I genuinely want to understand what is tarot. Hi, Chehet Golsi. Very good evening.
Thank you for that question because normally this is the most important question asked by a lot of people these days, especially people who are still not very much aware about what exactly is tarot. We have heard astrology, we have heard numerology, we know that that is based on calculations, your date of birth, place of birth. The first thing I want to start with asking you a simple question. Do you really think that a lot of people are actually aware about the date of birth or the place of birth? There's still people from the old time जिन्हें अपना place of birth पता ही नहीं है, date of birth पता ही नहीं है. What should they do? That is my first question. The second question is, we are always talking about what is in my journey, how is it going to be, and we are always getting answers like, this is what is destiny, आपके दो बच्चे होंगे या बच्चे नहीं होंगे या शादी नहीं होगी. And I think it's quite horrifying to hear all these kind of statements. So now coming back to why the tarot. So tarot is a tool to guide, not predict. That's the first thing I want to impact and change the mindset that people has. The second point, I genuinely believe that we are the creators of our own life. And now we are also moving into spirituality, law of attraction, how we can create what we want into our life. So let us also understand that there's nothing called destiny. There's nothing called everything is pre-written. Okay, we are here to learn certain karmas. We are here for those karmic lessons, but that's why God has sent us. We need to learn them to change our life, which was planned in a certain way. कितनी कहानियों में सुना है, कितनी सारी बातों में सुना है कि जब भगवान आके बोलते हैं कि यार आज तो तुम्हारे मरने का दिन था, मैंने तुम्हें बचा लिया बिकॉज ऑफ योर कर्मा. वी हर्ड दैट फ्रॉम आवर नानीज दादीज. कम ऑन, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर हमने सब कुछ अपनी किस्मत पे छोड़ दिया, देन व्हाई आर वी हियर? देन फिर तो हमें बस मैच
Absolutely.
करना चाहिए, मजे लेने चाहिए, क्योंकि भगवान ने कहा था तुम भूखे नहीं मरोगे. जस्ट फोल्ड योर हैंड, सिट डाउन, एंजॉय, बिकॉज गॉड इज सेड दैट, राइट? सो दोज हु, ये मेरी किस्मत है, ये मेरे ग्रह हैं, या दिस इज हाउ इट इज गोइंग टू बी, आई एम सॉरी, आई डोंट बिलीव इन दैट. I genuinely believe that we can change our life, we can work into it. And that is how tarot becomes a tool to guide you, to actually go there into your subconscious self, to actually reflect upon why are you behaving in a certain way, what's within you that is troubling you, where are the blockages. And once you identify that, don't you think you can work better into your life? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that is the tarot.
So
I hope that idea.
that, yeah. So is it an inner game that helps us to identify what would our outer world be? Is it that specifically when it comes to tarot?
Yes. So, what tarot does to you? So, let's also understand that normally a lot of modalities work at a conscious level. What tarot works is at a subconscious level, and I genuinely
Okay.
believe that are able to understand and go deep down there to understand that what is it that we're going through. Like a lot of time, especially I think once we grow up a little bit, we realize that there are certain blockages that we have, or I'm behaving in a certain way that's not right, or maybe I'm the reason for not having good relationship, maybe I'm the reason for being in a loop of having bad relationships. So a lot of people actually say that, like they come to me and say, ma'am, I don't know, mujhe sab ladke kharab kyun milte hain. I said, because you're not learning your lessons. It's not like you are unlucky and you're getting all the wrong boys into your life, because that's what you're attracting. And we are also working in the law of attraction universe. We believe that what I feel, I attract, not what I say, not what I think, exactly what I feel. There's a difference. People think that if I say I'm happy, I'll attract happiness. No, do you feel happy? And happiness is a deeper version of you. It's not just like upar se has rahe hain. And I call it the fake world these days, because you were pretending to be happy. We're pretending to be, oh, we have a happy family. But there's so much inside that's going on. Like looking at Insta and Facebook, we are always getting a little maybe conscious about, like, look around, people are maintaining so much, but you don't know how much they're going through into their own life.
Correct.
So you need to on that. So tarot actually is able to connect to that self, where they can identify the root cause. So I say the root cause could be experiences of life, challenges of life. Your childhood majorly plays a very important role into understanding why you are in a certain way. So if I think negative, I would not be able to attract anything into my life. If I know where I'm going wrong, if I understand what are my strengths and weaknesses, where I am not supposed to be, what I'm not supposed to do, don't you think that itself will bring more opportunities, and the universe will be with me on that journey? So we can create the life that we want only if we identify what's within me, what's blocking me, what's not taking me to the right path. And that's where tarot plays the role.
Correct, correct. Very well said, Harpreet. Now that brings in another question to my mind. What is it that you started this journey? I mean, being a tarot reader, or for that matter, even a tarot coach. I mean, you're training others also now how to read tarot cards. So what kick-started, what brought in you in this journey?
So a lot of people ask me this question of what's my life purpose, and I think this is about identifying, going walking through your own challenges, and that
Correct.
happened with me. So I was walking through my own challenges in 2011 and 12 when I was going through a divorce, and when I decided to part ways with my husband. It was quite challenging in a way that I didn't know like where to find that support. As a family, obviously they wanted me to go back to him. My family was not really supportive in my decision. When it came to am I being financially independent, I was not. I was struggling because I was teaching in schools maximum, and that was nothing to actually take care of my child. And there were many other challenges. So while walking through that journey, I was experiencing different you know maybe professions. Like I was trying to identify where can I start, and I could not take a full-time job, because I'm sure all the mothers here who are listening know that this is a major challenge when you don't have that support, when you don't have anyone looking after your children. You can't take a full-time job, so that was a major challenge. So I was struggling to identify what can I do where I can also manage my son, and I don't have to really compromise on his time. At the same time, I'm able to earn enough to take care of him. And that is when I still remember I used to go to a tarot card reader for my readings, because like when you're going through certain challenges, you do find someone to go to and take that guidance from. So I used to go to her, and then one day she told me, Harpreet, why don't you learn tarot? And I still remember that time tarot was like such a new subject, I'm sure, to everybody and anybody out there. Now it's come out so beautifully that everybody knows about it. But that time for me also, tarot was like a subject which was like, I used to think not everybody can do it. Like I used to think that, these people have special powers and, and we do believe like that. So I would think like this. I would say, how is that possible? Like I come from a Sikh family. My family is like, totally, how Sikhs are. They don't believe in all of these things. So I was like, I couldn't relate to it. But she said, no, it's nothing like that. I think anyone can learn. And I feel that with your experiences, you can really help a lot of people in your life. And I said, okay, let me try this. like we always understand that, okay, चलो ये भी करके देख लेते हैं, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, ठीक है. So I said, चलो
And in difficult times, we have the tendency कि इतना कुछ जहाँ try करा है, एक और चीज, let us try.
I was
Absolutely.
knocking at each and every door, as I told you, trying to identify कि ये भी करके देख लेते, वो भी करके देख लेते, कुछ तो हो नहीं रहा था. तो चलो ये भी
Correct.
करते. So the best part was I completed the course from her, and I obviously, because I had to pick up my finances, I started immediately on to spreading the news around my friends and families and whoever I knew, and they started helping me, by letting their friend circle know that I'm a tarot card reader, and I started getting a lot of clients, and that is when I realized the potential that tarot can have. And I used to feel so happy that I'm sitting at home doing the reading in my own time. My son is taken care of, and of course, I'm earning a lot of money. And more than that, I'm earning so much blessings and respect that I was looking at from so many years.
Correct.
Because the one thing that we all crave for, we want that whatever we do, people give that respect. They don't just put you down. Like in a job, like especially in a school job, also like humiliated. हम तुम्हें salary दे रहे हैं ना, तुम्हारा क्या role है? And nowadays, I don't think that respect for the teachers also, which is very sad, but that's true. Teachers को भी कहीं ना कहीं business minded school है, teachers की value नहीं है. So that has come in the mindset. So I was looking for that, and I realized the potential. And then again, I realized that now with this, how many women can I help? Because I started getting a lot of readings around the same woman, the same story. कि I cannot take a decision because I am dependent, I have a child, I don't have a family support. And यार एक बात तो है, अगर आप ऐसे किसी को बोलोगे ना दिल से, अच्छा तुम्हें क्या पता? Thankfully मुझे पता था. And when I used to talk about, I have done this, why can't you do this? Why can't you take a decision for yourself? I think that used to impact them a lot. And that's how coaching also started.
And not just तुम्हें क्या पता. I mean, it happens in my community as well. Women are like कि नहीं घर पे, we have multiple responsibilities as a wife, as a mom. अगर ये digital entrepreneurship start करेंगे, तो family को time नहीं दे पाएंगे, family support नहीं करेगी in terms of finances, in terms of responsibilities मेरी divide हो जाएगी. So ये जो तुम्हें क्या पता है वाला story है ना, even I have these questions from my viewers. But ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें नहीं पता. We are absolutely women like you, and we have had our own set of challenges. ऐसा नहीं है कि we were born with a silver spoon and it was all shiny life. We all had our share of struggles. And as you just shared the part of the women, I can understand it so well, because even I am wanting to help women. I can so very well relate to your vision that you're expressing, because even I feel women have so much. But ये family responsibilities है, शादी हो गई, career खत्म है, job नहीं कर सकते, passion को pursue नहीं कर सकते. मतलब क्यों नहीं कर सकते? Wife, mama is just one role. आप खुद तो हैं ना. And I really admire what you just said, that you came out of that rough patch and you built a stronger you. This is to all the viewers watching us live. Please, I mean, let's hear from the stories and let's be inspired to what Harpreet has to share. Now, Harpreet, you shared the tarot reading part. How is your experience as a tarot coach? I mean, you shared how you ventured into this journey. How is your journey as a tarot coach now, when you are dealing with people and teaching them tarot reading?
So I think this is another world for me, but this is something I'm enjoying the most. I would say that. So the reason is that when I started coaching people, I recognized my path very clearly from the day one, that I need to only focus on the woman. And why tarot? Because I felt that tarot can be a tool to empower them financially, mentally, and emotionally. And that is something was very crystal clear to me. Like normally, a lot of us take time to actually figure out what do we really want to do. And with that, I've already empowered 10,000 plus women into my community. Now they're financially stable. A lot of them have been through different challenges like divorce, having small children, trying to figure out, looking for respect. जैसे आपने कहा कि हम अपने desires को कहीं ना कहीं खत्म कर देते हैं because of the family. लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं we don't feel happy and content. And generally, I feel that women needs to find that if they don't love themselves, if they don't feel content, they cannot spread happiness around them. That's a fake happiness. That's not going to come out that way. And I genuinely believe that should work on it. And that is what during my classes, all of my students know that for me, tarot is just a tool. I'm teaching tarot, but along with that, I'm actually working on their personalities. I'm actually, always inspiring them. I'm guiding them through how they want to walk through that journey, how they have to empower them. They don't have to be in an abusive marriage. They don't have to be in that situation for whatever reason, because I call them excuses. If you're giving me these excuses, I have children and all that, I literally tell them these are excuses. Reason being, see, I come from a very bad childhood also, and I actually absolutely understand.
When you say these excuses, I say I say women should not take any kind of a shit also.
Yes,
I mean, why is anybody abusing you? Because you
absolutely.
are letting them abuse you. Why is anybody using a foul language? Because you're letting, if you put a full stop on the very first,
Yes.
there they repeat that again. So
Do.
that is to each women. I mean, stop taking shit from anybody around. You are no less to anybody.
True.
Yeah, please continue. You were
I
mentioning about the childhood
back to
part.
this point. I always tell this one word that people treat you the way you allow them to treat you. So please make. I remember one of my students said that, "Ma'am, I've actually made a मैंने पूरा चिट पे वो लिख लिया and I put it on my head beyond my wall." I said, "Okay, that's great because we need to remind ourselves. अगर आपको लगता है आपको लोग अच्छा treat नहीं करते, then just think of it. What am I doing to correct it? Haven't I given them permission to do it?" So I think the first thing is to actually understand that we have to live for ourselves. We have to do what we want to do. And I think that for that, what I genuinely believe that if you're financially independent, you can take better decisions into your life. And this is the major reason I genuinely believe, because if you're capable enough, then nobody's going to question your choices. Nobody's going to say, why are you doing this in a certain, because I felt those challenges. So सबसे पहले मुझे लगता है जितनी
And,
हैं अभी, one thing that they can start doing something for themselves. Yeah, you want.
and this is the financial independence only, Harpreet, that leads to women suffer.
Yeah.
उनको लगता है नहीं यार फंड्स नहीं है XYZ चीज नहीं है मैं कल क्या करूंगी if I don't have so support from the family. So this is because of that financial independence that they do not have, that they keep, if मैं शुद्ध हिंदी में बोलूं, झेलोइंग द traumas all together. I mean, because उनको यही लगता है, and that's where the mission exactly comes in. That being financially independent is not a desire; it's become a necessity in today's time.
I mean, you're teaching your daughters the same thing, then why aren't you doing it? Nowadays, we're moving into a time where we're telling our daughters that, you have to be independent. You will not depend on a man in life. We're talking about that because we've been there, na. हम तो परेशान हो चुके हैं, हम अपने बच्चों को नहीं चाहते, but we can still, I think age is not the point here. You can start at any age. I have women joining. I have women joining me at 70. I look at them and I'm like, look at these women. They have that energy to still learn and change their life. They don't want to be dependent on their children at that particular age also. Then why can't we do it? And I said, start with small little things. You don't have to have like a very good income, but अगर आप दिन का 2000 4000 भी कमा रहे हो तो दो चीजें होंगी. एक तो आपको छोटी चीजों के लिए मांगना नहीं पड़ेगा किसी को. Secondly, I believe that I think when you're doing something in your life, that confidence comes, that inner criticism go away. Because क्या होता है जब हम घर बैठे हैं ना तो we become an inner critic. हम अपने आप को बहुत इवैल्यूएट करते हैं, अरे मुझे लोग कोई पूछता नहीं है, शायद मेरे में कुछ कमी है, मैं ऐसी हूँ, मैं वैसी हूँ. I think we need to get out of those shell and we need to do something creative and that brings a confidence. So दो चीजें होंगी, आपको confidence आएगा, you will get to know that you're capable of things beyond that you can think. People will around you will feel proud of you. जो आज आपको बातें कर रहे हैं ना, बोलेंगे यार wow, you're doing this. So I think every woman has the point something for themselves. Yeah, that
Absolutely. We have two questions so far, Harpreet. One wanted to know how can they have your consultation. Let me check who had put that question. It was K. Marshall John. How to take consultation? So if you can answer that question.
Okay, so thank you for asking and thank you for showing your interest. But let me tell you that since the time I've moved into coaching, I'm hardly getting time for consultations. I'm being honest with you. I have so many clients who are also, they because they're close to me, they want me to do their readings. But somewhere, see, for me, when I do readings, I want to be invested into it completely. I don't want that I'm sitting and doing a reading, but my mind is 1,000 places. And right now, because I'm working with a community of 10,000 women, so it's a whole day of task. But yeah, I can only say that there are people into my community who can do your reading. Now I have trained so many students who are professional readers, awarded readers, and they are better than me, I would say, because I guru ko tab अच्छा था जब उनके शिष्य उनसे अच्छा करते हैं. And I mean, you can, if you want, I can always share their number and you can get in touch with them. They'll be happy to do
So
your
we
reading.
hope you got the answer, John. I mean, you got the answer. The next question is by Chahat. She is asking regarding the future of the relationship. So, do
Yeah.
you take that question also? She shared the dates, the
Yeah.
birth
So
date.
again, because this live was not about taking readings, first thing,
Correct.
I know that whenever we all
We
come
love.
live, we take readings also. But this we are not doing readings right now, so that is one thing. And I always believe that to take a reading, I am a person who likes to sit in front of you, or maybe to do it separately, not on a live session like this, because I can connect with you better. And as I said, I'm so sorry, but I'm not taking any appointments. I feel really sorry about that. But to be very honest, I'm so packed up all day that it just there's no time for me to actually sit down. But yeah, I'm sure there are many students I have, and you can find who can really help you. But
Chahat,
thank you.
hope that answers your query. We are sorry we could not take that in a live session, but Harpreet has given you a way out as to how you can find a solution to your query. Harpreet, coming down to what's that one mission? I mean, what from your conversation I've understood, you're wanting to empower women.
Yeah.
And if you can let us know more about your mission story as to why are you doing what you are doing.
So as I said, when I went through these financial challenges where I felt unsupported, I felt, that I could not take care of my child. I think that was the worst situation that I've been through. And I saw people literally putting me down, humiliating me, and other things, of course. I made it a mission that I would not let them feel all alone. So in this journey of walking through the women, I really want to empower. Now I want to say that I want to empower 1 million women. And this is not me all alone. This is my community together. Because I am 42. I don't know how many people can I reach till I am alive. But along with me, my community has joined my mission. And we want to empower 1 million plus women become financially, mentally, and emotionally independent, to make them understand that they are worth of living a life of respect, of love. And that is something they can find within themselves. They don't have to look outside. And that is why, tarot, one can guide them, two can heal them, three can be their profession, which can make them financially independent also. So it's working on all kind of parts, like physically, mentally, and emotionally. And once you become a part of our community, um, we keep meeting each other, we keep empowering each other, we keep supporting. Thankfully, I come from a community where there's no competition. I mean, everybody's a reader, but everybody's there to help you as a family. Okay, you want help? I have dealt with cases where one of my students was going through divorce, and the lawyer was also not actually on her favor, and the family was literally, troubling her. In fact, she had an acid attack from the family and the boy. And sitting there, whatever we could do here, and of course I have students all over India and even abroad. So we all collectively went to her, helped her, found her a good lawyer. I think we're working beyond just teaching. We're working into how we can now be each other's support. I've always told women, if they say I have nowhere to go, I just say it to them so that they feel supported, that come stay with me till you can find yourself a house and a job. But don't just suffer because you don't have a place to go. Don't feel like this, because people will misuse that for, and you will never be able to come out of it. You'll be there because you feel that weak. You're not that weak. You're way more capable than you can think. So as a community, we're just going there with creating a community of where women support each other. बहुत बड़ी बात है, क्योंकि हम हमेशा देखते हैं कि women are the reason to, pull each other down. But no, we are bringing a community that where women stands for each other, support each other, encourage each other, motivate each other, because they've been through challenges. They all have been through challenges. There's no judgment, and there's so much purity. As I said, there's no competition at all. Yeah.
Right. And when women have this belongingness, they feel at ease, and this is where they find that inner home for themselves.
Right.
Absolutely, very well brought in, Harpreet, very well brought in. Now tell me something, when it comes to tarot cards, I mean, I've randomly seen that, people ask to pull out any one random card. So
Mm-hmm.
is it that the subconscious is picking that card, or how is it?
So
I mean, what's the science
first,
behind that?
so this is of course about being into an intuitive energy. The science is magic here right now. what looks magic can be tomorrow's logic, you know. जब किसी ने कहा था कि हेलीकॉप्टर उड़ेंगे तो लोगों ने, people laughed at them. So yesterday's magic was today's science. So everything will connect you to science. At the end, we are all surrounded by various energies, and we do have those powers. Now there are two ways of reading. Some people ask the client to pick the cards. I know that there's also this kind of a reading where I genuinely believe that how can a doctor ask the patient to do his own operation? And I just question. For me, if a client is picking out his cards, because we always believe that to pick a card, we have to be in the right energy. I have to be calm. I have to be composed. I have to be physically, mentally, emotionally fit to take cards for my clients. So if and secondly, I'm the one who's connected with my cards. Yeah. The moment somebody else touches it, my energy is blocked. So there are
Got it.
So while we are trying to be fancy, I am kind of not very comfortable with this. And I teach my students also, because you know today you will not be limiting your clients just in around your city who can come and visit you. You would also have clients all over India, outside India, and like you know you have corona kind of things happening around you where you will be taking online reading also. So if you don't do these kind of practices anyways, this is going to help you better grow as a person, right? So for me, I take the cards for my clients because I'm connected to the divine. I'm connected to those energies who guide me, and I'm just a channel that flows and connect with your energy to understand, yes, your subconscious issues. What are the problems that you're going through? What is the root cause that we can help you with? So I draw the cards. I pick the cards for the client. So this is something that I just wanted to clear that I don't allow. And it's not about one card. It's about what is the spread we are doing. So it can be 3 cards also. It can be 6 cards also. So it depends on the different spreads that we use in a reading. So that is how we connect. Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Thank you, Harpreet. I mean, this was an enlightening thing that you brought to notice. And the viewers, follow in Tarot Card Harpreet. That's her Insta handle. And if you have any queries with regards to how you can kickstart your tarot card reading journey, then DM her. Harpreet is there to help you on how you can take that forward.
Yes.
Thank you, Harpreet, for coming into our show. It was a pleasure to have you on this show. Thank you so much, Harpreet.
Thank you for
Thank you.
inviting.
Thank you so much. And viewers, as promised at the start of the conversation, at the start of today's show, if you are somebody who is looking forward to start your digital entrepreneurship journey from the comforts of your home, and if you have a passion that you want to convert to profits, then drop in 4P in the comments. I'll DM you how you can do that. Thank you, Harpreet. Cheers. God bless. Thank you. Bye.